So now the world knows it was a CIA black project that led to the disaster that killed over 300,000 people. Now do you believe me when I say Kane is keeping us in the dark?
You think she knows more than she's telling us?
I think Taylor stumbled onto something he had no business knowing about. And right now, he's a marked man.
That may be. But Kane is on our side. We can't just leave her to those animals.
WA operations are in chaos. We need to find Taylor before it gets worse.
If we don't get Kane out, no one else will. She's smart. She's a survivor. She'll hold out till we get there.
Okay, now what? Fuck. I guess the mission's over.
Find us transport for extraction, Hendricks.
Wait, you're kidding me, right? She's toast.
There's still a chance.
Hey! Do you hear me? She's dead! Accept it!
Your friend? She struggled.
What did you do to her?
She won't be talking to you anymore. No. She is being quiet. You will see.
Stay where you are. It's not over yet.
Okay, now what?
Now we get Kane.
Your friend? She struggled greatly.
What did you do to her?
She won't be talking to you anymore. No. She is being quiet. You will see.
Stay where you are, Hendricks. It's not over yet. She's strong. The meds should have her on her feet in a matter of hours. The scars, they'll take longer.
So, you're okay with this?
Okay with what, Hendricks?
Okay with the fact that people like us, our former friends, decided to turn traitor. And now we've got to hunt them down.
They leaked classified intel that has allowed our enemies to know exactly where and when to strike. They implicated the CIA in the Singapore disaster. Their actions have destabilized the entire WA. So yes, you bet your ass, I'm okay with this.
We are currently evaluating all of our options for how best to support our allies in the Egyptian army. At this time, those options do not include sending our troops to the region.
How is she?
Already suffering under the weight of overpopulation and ever-dwindling resources in the face of severe drought, it appears Cairo is on the brink of collapse.
Our DNI encryption protocols are no longer secure. Any contact with the WA could inadvertently compromise Allied operations even further. As of now, we're unplugged.
So, we're on our own.
We know Taylor's looking for the surviving members of the Black Project. Sebastian Kruger is off the grid, whereabouts unknown. Dr. Salim, however, is alive and well in Cairo. Our allies in the Egyptian army are holding him at Ramses Station, one of the few territories not default to the NRC.
Hey. You still with us?
Yeah, I just zoned out for a second there.
Not a bad idea. I think we just traded one bad situation for another.
Yeah. Glad I'm not the only one feeling deja vu.
We are fighting a losing battle. The information Taylor released helped the NRC target strategic weak points in the Egyptian military defenses. They are gaining territory fast. Civilian casualties are high. Cairo's on the brink of total collapse.
Let's hope this doctor character talks fast and gives us something useful.
He will. You don't hide out in Cairo unless you're really trying to run away from something.
Lieutenant Khalil?
We were told you were coming. We have your prisoner.
We appreciate your help. Especially as we're not exactly on the books.
Good to see you, Khalil.
We'd hoped to bring reinforcements. Drones, robots, munitions. Anything.
Winslow Accord resources have been stretched thin in the wake of the recent intelligence leaks. But we have bigger problems. Your prisoner may have vital information on the men responsible for the NRC's latest attacks. If we apprehend them, we'll be able to ensure more support for your army.
That's a polite way of saying shit's fucked up for everyone. You want help? Get in line.
We were lucky to secure Dr. Salim before the NRC advance. I warn you, we may not be able to ensure his safety much longer.
Don't worry. I won't need him long.
Our men are ill-equipped to deal with the NRC's robots.
What's your operational strength?
We have less than 1,000 men. 12 armored vehicles and a squadron of VTOLs. Essential supplies are low.
How are you still holding on?
You can thank Raul Menendez.
What? Raul Menendez was a hypocritical egomaniac who thought he could make a better world by fucking everything up.
After the strikes of 25, all Winslow Accord nations had to abide by the Allied Drone Defense Act. Directed energy air defense systems must protect all major military, civilian, and industrial targets in Allied nations. The dead are the only reason we are still here.
Maybe so, but I wouldn't thank Menendez. He was a prick who got what he deserved.
We're preparing a temporary CC for your use. Links to WA Command are down, but you can still connect to our local systems. The doctor is being held in our interrogation space.
Thank you for your cooperation, Lieutenant. Appreciate it.
I do not know of...
Fuck!
Maybe Kane should run a diagnostic.
Listen, if I need a checkup, maybe I'll ask the damn doctor. Kane, what are we dealing with here?
NRC forces are converging across the city. They're converging on key checkpoints around the station. It's an all-out assault.
Let's take it to him.
All clear. That's the last of them.
Kane, patches into Egyptian Army Command.
Ramses 1-1, priority target is NRC convoy, moving on eastern checkpoint. ETA 1 minute. Request all emergency defense unit, move to reinforced position.
Copy that. But we'll need VTOL transport if we're going to get the trucks to the checkpoint in time.
Confirmed. VTOL support inbound.
We have to hurry! Get in! Key strategic positions, including the old metro tunnels beneath the checkpoint, are rigged to blow. Detonation is our last resort.
We're not here to fight your war, Lieutenant. We just want our prisoner.
If we lose the eastern checkpoint, you won't have a prisoner.
Damn it!
So what was your plan, Boy Scout?
The spike launchers were used to demolish buildings. We plan to use it to weaken the tunnel supports. But that damn well drop before we can get the truck into position!
Ladies! For once, I say stick...
Men in position, now! Get men on that wall laying down suppressing fire! Keep on them! Don't give them a chance to breathe! Move, move, move!
Kane, search the city archives, give me the location of those support columns.
Got to give me time. Key systems are down. I'm doing this by eye.
We don't have time.
Someone move on that technical.
Okay, I've located the southbound tunnel supports.
Target confirmed. Hit it, I'll cover you. Not good enough. Gotta plant the spike right in the ground.
I want men in position, now! Get men on that wall laying down suppressing fire!
Kane, search the city archives, give me the location of those support columns.
Got to give me time. Key systems are down. I'm doing this by eye.
We don't have time.
Okay, I've located the southbound tunnel supports.
Target confirmed. Hit it, I'll cover you. Blow that fucker!
Detonation confirmed.
Two more in the north line. Sending your way.
Copy that. Hendricks, cover me.
You're good, go! Spike set! Blow it now!
NRC reinforcements 5 minutes out.
Blow that spike!
Last two. One more. This is it. Last one.
NRC reinforcements inbound. ETA 1 minute.
That's it! We got them all! Fall back to the wall! Go, go, go! Fall back to mobile command! Go, go!
Brace for impact. Javelin missiles inbound.
Incoming! Taking cover! You're good, go! Spike set! Blow it now!
NRC reinforcements 5 minutes out.
Blow that spike!
Last two.
You're good, go! I'm not gonna win. Spike set! Blow it now!
NRC reinforcements 5 minutes out.
Blow that spike!
Last two.
Spike on target! Detonate!
One more. This is it. Last one.
NRC reinforcements inbound. ETA 1 minute.
You're good, go! Spike set! Blow it now!
NRC reinforcements 5 minutes out.
Blow that spike!
Last two.
Spike on target! Detonate!
One more. This is it. Last one.
NRC reinforcements inbound. ETA 1 minute.
Enemy approaching! Blow it! That's it! We got them all! Fall back to the wall! Go, go, go! Fall back to mobile command! Go, go!
Brace for impact. Javelin missiles inbound.
Incoming! Blow it! Get up there now! I'll cover you!
There's a problem!
What now?
I got it!
Detonate, now!
Kane, it feels a lot like they're trying to keep us away from the station. Why would that be?
Wait, I think...
Ambush! We have a breach at the Redskins station!
Kane, you okay?
It was Taylor. They took Dr. Salim.
Kane, how did Taylor find Salim? How did he know we had him? There's something you're not telling us?
She's telling the truth, Hendricks.
Taylor? Is that you? I don't know what the hell's going on.
You know everything. You just don't know it yet.
Kane, can you run a trace?
Not from here. I'm falling back to the safe house. Gotta find a path through.
Kane, we got a friendly down ahead.
Scanning for life signs.
That's life sign enough for me.
Hey, give me a hand with this. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
truth. We need the doctor. You know me, Hendricks. You know me better than anyone. We're supposed to be my friend! All you had to do was let us go. Why couldn't you just let us go?
That's the last of them. We need to speak to Kane, right now.
Hold up.
We don't have time to hold up. Let's go.
No. We're missing something.
Missing what?
Where is the dead system?
There's something I have to tell you.
Where's Hendricks?
He's asleep. I'm running him through some DNI diagnostics. Can I trust you?
Can I trust you?
How about I tell you the truth? When Taylor's team uncovered the Black Project, they threatened to go public. The CIA couldn't take the risk. They were called back to be silenced.
Taylor's still speaking to us, even though we're off the grid. How can that be?
I think his DNI has become corrupted. That's why we couldn't track his team's location.
But we can track the doctor.
Hendricks. His diagnostics are showing some irregularities. It could be a minor calibration issue, but I don't want to ignore it. Especially in light of his recent outbursts. You know what I'm talking about. That's why you didn't tell him about the tracker he slipped Salim.
We're about to launch an assault alongside the Egyptian army. How do we make sure his head stays straight?
I can adjust his meds remotely, which should help level him out. But we can't let him compromise our chance to grab Taylor.
It won't come to that, Kane. I'll make sure of it.
Egyptian allies are in position. They have the building surrounded. Waiting for our go.
Shit.
Manticore operating with a human pilot!
Looks like Sarah Hall in the cockpit.
You got a fix on Taylor or Moray? Where are they heading?
Negative.
Then the only way to Taylor is through Hall. We can't afford to lose him again.
Hall's on the move.
Manticore operating at 70%.
We gotta get through her to get to Taylor. Focus fire!
Eyes up. Hall's taking higher ground.
Hall now operating at 40%.
Her shields won't hold much longer.
Manticore energy down to 10%. She's our only lead to Taylor. Bring her down. She's down. She's down. Hurry, you have to interface before we lose her.
Please don't.
So this is what we do now? Kill our own because they blew open a conspiracy in our own backyard.
You don't know what this'll do.
I know. And I'm sorry. What is this? Kane! Hendricks!
Mr. Kruger, I don't think you quite appreciate
What is that?
understand what I've done.
Is that a baby? Hello? Is anyone there?
Should influence my decision. Please listen to what I'm saying. The exchange of information is a two-way street. If you remove humans from the diagnostic group, there is no way to
Hall?
What did you do to me?
I tried to interface with your DNI. Something went wrong. Can you hear me? This can't be. Kane! Sarah?
We all knew that we had just stumbled onto a CIA black program that had been buried for a decade. A program that in all probability had led directly to the Singapore disaster. We called it in. And we were ordered back to the Black Station for debriefing.
All right, you know the routine. Secure the area. I'm gonna pull all sensitive.
Sarah? Can you hear me?
I know what this is. This is Bastion. I studied it at the Academy. I cited it in my final paper as one of the greatest examples of courage and bravery in military history. One of those battles that show you what you're really made of, who you really are. I used to dream about it. Follow me.
Moving into cover! Position!
Congratulations, Private. You drew the shortest straw of all.
Welcome to Bastion. Now get your ass to the front line.
How's this possible? We're on the battlefield in World War II. This has to be an illusion. It has to be.
Follow me. I'll show you what I mean.
Boys, taking position!
Congratulations, Private. You drew the shortest straw of all.
Welcome to Bastion. Now get your ass.
We're on the battlefield in World War II. This has to be an illusion. It has to be. Why are we here, Sarah?
Don't you know? So much suffering, so much pain. It wasn't just the enemy soldiers.
Why are we here, Sarah?
Don't you know? So much suffering, so much pain. It wasn't just the enemy soldiers.
What the hell was that?
The dire wolves. At first they scavenged upon the wounded, the weak. Later they went after the strong.
Listen only to the sound of my voice. Let your mind relax. Imagine yourself in a frozen forest.
DNI interface knowing that it would scramble my mind.
You were dying, Sarah. I had no choice.
Dying!
You have to focus. Try to remember. What happened at the Black Station?
We'd uncovered a secret that could destabilize the geopolitical landscape. Diagnostics check, but that wasn't the truth. We were marked for termination. But by the time we got there, the staff were already dead. Carved to pieces by a 54 Immortal. Send a wet work team after us. We had no choice but to cut a deal with the Immortals and get the hell out of Singapore.
Why do you think you're here? What's so significant about this battle? Why do you dream about it?
I played the details over and over in my mind. I knew I wasn't strong enough to fight this battle. I knew I wasn't brave enough. When I wrote that paper, I hadn't even seen real combat yet. I had read first-hand accounts of what they went through, but I couldn't imagine how they did it, how they held on.
Sometimes you have to hold on.
Sometimes you have to let go. This is the path. The path we both must take.
We're taking back Floyd! We're not leaving till the job's done!
The German Tiger tank. King Tiger, they called it. Immune to most munitions. Are you strong enough to defeat it?
This is out of control. We have to stop this.
Brute force. Sometimes that's all that's left. All you have.
This is out of control. We have to stop this.
Brute force. Sometimes that's all that's left. All you have.
This is out of control. We have to stop this.
Brute force. Sometimes that's all that's left. All you have.
This is out of control. We have to stop this.
Brute force. Sometimes that's all that's left. All you have.
Hendricks. His diagnostics are showing some irregularities. It could be a minor calibration issue, but I don't want to ignore it. Especially in light of his recent outbursts. You know what I'm talking about. That's why you didn't tell him about the tracker he slipped Salim.
We're about to launch an assault alongside the Egyptian army. How do we make sure his head stays straight?
I can adjust his meds remotely, which should help level him out. But we can't let him compromise our chance to grab Taylor.
It won't come to that, Kane. I'll make sure of it. Sarah? That voice, do you recognize it?
I remember, but it's almost like it was a dream. Like it was happening to someone else.
Tell me everything you remember.
The CIA sent us in to investigate an alarm triggered underneath the old coalescence facility. We figured the Immortals had been tipped off.
Check the room.
Clear.
Fucking human test subjects.
This is in breach of every WA ethics mandate in the book. Holy fucking need. Paul, call it in. Let's go immortal hunting.
We all knew that we had just stumbled onto a CIA black program that had been buried for a decade. A program that in all probability had led directly to the Singapore disaster. We called it in, and we were ordered back to the Black Station for debriefing.
All right, you know the routine. Secure the area. I'm gonna pull all sensitive information from their servers. Go.
Oh! Taylor, you okay?
Yeah. Getting some glitches in my optics.
Okay. Let me help you recalibrate.
Sarah? Can you hear me?
I know what this is. This is Bastogne. I studied it at the Academy. I cited it in my final paper as one of the greatest examples of courage and bravery in military history. One of those battles that show you what you're really made of, who you really are. I used to dream about it. Follow me. I'll show you where.
Congratulations, Private. Here's the shortest straw of all.
We're on the battlefield of World War II. This has to be an illusion. It has to be. are we here, Sarah?
Don't you know? So much suffering, so much pain. It wasn't just the enemy soldiers.
What the hell was that?
The dire wolves. At first they scavenged upon the wounded, the weak. Later they went after the strong.
Listen only to the sound of my voice. Let your mind relax. Imagine yourself in a frozen forest.
Sarah, you heard the voice. Have you heard it before?
You forced a DNI interface knowing that it would scramble my mind.
You were dying, Sarah. I had no choice.
Dying!
You have to focus. Try to remember. What happened at the Black Station?
We'd uncovered a secret that could destabilize the geopolitical landscape and undermine the Winslow Accord forever. We should have known why we were recalled to base. We couldn't be trusted. They couldn't take the risk. When people really want to bury secrets, they tend to bury bodies right along with them. They said they needed to run a diagnostics check, but that wasn't the truth. We were marked for termination. But by the time we got there, the staff were already dead. Carved to pieces by a 54 Immortals enforcer by the name of Jay Zhang. We knew they'd send a wet work team after us. We had no choice but to cut a deal with the Immortals and get the hell out of Singapore.
That wasn't what happened, Sarah. We saw the footage from the data drives. You did it. You butchered them in cold blood and made it look like a ritualistic killing. You denied them their reincarnation. Just like Jay Zhang. Why? Sarah? Why do you think you're here? What's so significant about this battle? Why do you dream about it?
I played the details over and over in my mind. I knew I wasn't strong enough to fight this battle. I knew I wasn't brave enough. When I wrote that paper, I hadn't even seen real combat yet. I had read first-hand accounts of what they went through, but I couldn't imagine how they did it, how they held on.
Sometimes you have to hold on.
Sometimes you have to let go. This is the path we both must take.
Boy, and we're not leaving till the job's done.